McGuire and Rachel Simner.
Council members, may we bring some literature up to hand, you guys? Bring it up? Okay. Good evening, Naperville Council members. My name is Robert Bevis. I'm the owner of Law Weapons, a family-owned business that has taken 20 years to build. I hold 3 ATF licenses. I'm a law enforcement firearms instructor, as well as a licensed private detective in Illinois. The way to move forward on gun violence is not to close a business with 11 employees that have worked assisting law enforcement and citizens with self-protection from violent criminals. I started this business intending to support law enforcement, hence the name Law Weapons, and provide a way for private citizens to protect themselves living in a state with one of the largest crime problems in the country. What does Law Weapons provide to the Naperville community? Well, first off, we assist Naperville PD and other federal, state, and local law enforcement agencies by selling, repairing, training, and maintaining the firearms they use to protect themselves and others. Second, Law Weapons assist citizens by helping them obtain the correct firearm they need for personal protection and the ability to receive state-of-the-art training at our facility. Countless Naperville citizens come to our business every day searching for help so they can protect themselves and their loved ones. The only known way to stop a lethal attack is if you are aware, have a firearm, and have the proper training to use it to protect yourself. By the time police arrive, the attacker has already probably left the scene. Criminals can't obtain a firearm from Law Weapons because we follow the law. I ask the question of this council: if the ordinance you propose only prevents the commercial purchase of a firearm in Naperville by a responsible citizen at a federally licensed firearm dealer with the expertise and knowledge of 2 decades in the business, using professionally trained staff following all the state and federal laws, and offering professional firearm training to properly protect yourself in the community, how does this ordinance make Naperville safer? I'm here to express my strong opposition to this ordinance you are considering. If you pass that ordinance, you will literally destroy, in a blink of an eye, everything that my family has spent a large part of their lives building together. This ordinance, if passed, will do absolutely zero to prevent even one crime or fatality. It will not stop one criminal intent on coming into the city of Naperville to commit a crime. It will not shut down a single road criminals use to get to Naperville to commit these crimes. It will not prevent or solve a single gang crime or a deranged criminal from committing a crime.
Sir? Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Folks,
Guys, calm down. Calm down.
I know you say you're rule followers, so this is a good time to start practicing that. We preach, right?
Mayor, can I ask a question to the speaker?
Yes, go ahead. Councilman Leon.
Since you're an owner of one of these shops, could you give us some projection as to how this ordinance might affect your business directly and what you might do to, whether it's closing, moving, or otherwise?
Well, the proposed ban is not just assault weapons and high-capacity magazines. It's standard firearms that everybody buys for protection and for sporting. If this is passed, It would absolutely shut down my business because I would be unable to earn enough money to keep these bills going. I have a mortgage. I have a family. My entire family has dedicated their life to this business. And not being able to sell these types of firearms is something we wouldn't be able to survive from. You know, we spend a lot of time with law enforcement. Please ask any police officer in the city of Naperville. I bet you the majority of them have been in my store and have bought or taken services from us. I donate to the police departments. We work with the FBI. I help them on all types of issues. This would be tragic to have happen in the city of Naperville. I moved here because I was welcomed by Pradle in 2014. And I've been here ever since, and I'll tell you that we have stopped bad people that shouldn't have a gun from getting them. You can check the police records. Just look up law weapons calls to the police departments. We stopped a man, came into our store, wanting to fix his firearm, wearing an ankle bracelet, didn't have a FOID card, and we wound up seizing that firearm, notifying Naperville PD. He drove 4 hours to Ohio to buy another gun. And you know what? It was to kill his sister, but luckily it was, foiled by Naperville PD. That's what law weapons does. We educate and help people prevent these terrible crimes from happening.
Okay, thank you. Councilman Harrell?
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. I know you said you help the city of Naperville in many ways. What else are you doing to help
Well,
with laws that have been made as far as guns?
Well, for instance, the new law signed in by Governor Pritzker, which everybody knows as ghost guns, the serialization of ghost guns. Well, I'm one of the few companies that actually does it. We've serialized over 400 of these ghost guns. And those have all been recorded in our ATF bound book, and every single one of those customers has had a background check. That's 400 less ghost guns available out on the streets. I also serialize firearms for ATF, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. When they seize firearms that have been stolen and recovered and the serial numbers have been ground off, I'm the one who actually engraves the new numbers on there that they issue. And they also go into my book. We've had an exemplary record with ATF on our firearm sales. And I care a lot about Naperville to be safe. I want it to be safe. And we do everything in our power. The best way to tell you is to ask your own police department or any law enforcement office anywhere around this neighborhood. Call the FBI. I'll give you numbers. They'll tell you. Robert Law Weapons is a stand-up company that follows the law and works very hard to help them and the citizens of this nation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take a 10-minute break at this point. I hope that you guys, when you come back, we can follow the rules on that. Okay? There's no plotting, no booing. That's the decorum here, and we're gonna hold to it. 10 minutes.
We're taking a break. Thank you.